Okay, so this is going to be about everything new in the Season 4 update. So, the first thing that's new in this update is that we got two collab skins with Ahsoka Tano, and we got Kabi Lame, the TikTok guy. So, if you don't know who he is, he's basically that guy, like, we just react to other TikToks of people doing things where they say you can do this quicker, and then he just goes like, why don't you just do this instead? So, yeah, that's what he does, and he's inside the game. Let me just show you quickly. So, he is in the battle pass, which is actually quite shocking because you would expect him to come in the item shop, but he comes in the battle pass. It's quite cool, and it looks even like it really looks like him. This is a very good detail that they've added to this. The bad thing that they've added in this update is that they've reduced the amount of XP you earn from quests. So the amount of XP you earn from quests, like you earn like not as much as before. But they do this every season. They always make the XP less. So it's might be a good thing and might be a bad thing. I find it a bad thing because if the XP just keeps on getting reduced, then you're basically playing like 2 days worth of Fortnite, and then you see all of this XP here, and when you complete all of these quests, you're basically just gonna earn 10 levels. So I don't find that worth it. And another thing that's also new in this update is that they've added new cars. The new cars they've added, like in that background I'm showing you now, they've added that car. I'll put some more pictures on screen. They've added different types of cars. They've added this like the same car in like an orange version. They've added a orange version, or added a red version. They've added like different colors. Like there's a lot of colors of them. But I don't know if I'll be able to find pictures of them. But if I do, then I'll put them up on the screen. But yeah, they've added a lot of cars. They basically are reskinned like from last season. Because last season we had those nitro drifter cars. These cars auto drift and they do the same thing, but it's reskinned, I guess. And another thing that's also new with it is that they've added new POIs. Quite shocking, isn't it? They've added this POI over here called Eclipse Estate that replaced the Citadel, and they've taken away the POI that's over here. That Lonely Labs. So I guess it was too lonely, so I guess over time it got too lonely, so they had to build something else there. And they've added another POI here called Relentless Retreat. All of these are basically the same. They basically do look the same, just one or two buildings that look different. I don't know what happened here, if this is a glitch or not, but I do remember this area being bluer, but they've turned it a bit greener. Because last season it looked very blue, but now it doesn't look as blue. And another thing they've also changed as well is that what is another thing they changed? They have added a heist bag thing as well. That is what else they added. They've added a heist bag. That heist bag, when you use the heist bag, then it's basically it'll give you weapons. It can give you like that. There's a new weapon where you can it'll like make you fly like Superman up in the air. And then there's another weapon that you can shoot. It's basically there's two different types of SMGs. There's one that also like when you can zoom in with it. It's like the MK. And there's another one that's also like the MK. So I'll just see if I can put all of those on the screen. And then the another thing they've added as well is that after the suitcase thing, they've added like a different type of suitcase thing because there's two different types of suitcases. Like there's one that looks like a bag, and there's one that looks like a suitcase. This actual suitcase one has like like a minigun weapon thing on it. So once you place it down, it will shoot everyone around you, or it'll detect if there's anyone around you and shoot it. And then after that's done, you can pick it back up again. And when you pick it back up again, you can just keep reusing it. And then the other bag thing that they've added, you can earn like different types of weapons: purple, red, no, not purple, red, purple and blue and green, and all these different types of rarities, but mostly purple and gold. And they've also added that they've added the crash pads back as well. The crash pads, when they added them back, it's not as like the old crash pads. Like you can it is, I don't know how to describe it, but the crash pads It's the same thing, but just smaller. Cause it's just called a Crash Pad Junior, which is basically a baby Crash Pad. Looks very cute, but it doesn't. It's not really. I wouldn't really pick it up. And another thing they've also added after the Crash Pads, since they added Crash Pads, they'll also add these um, sticky bombs. Yeah, that's what it's called. Sticky bombs. Yes, it's a reskin version of sticky bombs. And it's jungle themed, where you can still throw it on the walls and things, and you can have the remote to explode everything. And then once you have the remote to explode everything, you just kill the people that's nearby. And there's a new like llama leveling system thing where it will give you survival medals. If you look on the left hand side of my screen, you'll see there's a survival level there where it shows level 8. I think the more you survive, the more wins you get, the more like better you become. And even if the more better you become, which is actually quite a bad thing, is that the more harder the game will get, and the more harder the quest will get. And also the shot cannon's back, and there's a lot more mythic items that they've added. They've added a bow, and they added bow, and they added lots of like other items. I don't really know how to name all of these things because there's so much that they've added in the season. Normally in the previous seasons they added like 2 guns, but now in this season they've added like so many, like 10 guns they've added. So this is really a good update. But another weapon they've added the shotgun, and they added the assault rifle. I already talked about it. It's like they have an assault rifle and SMG. It's basically kind of like the same thing. And then that shotgun is really good. I really like that shotgun. The pump shotgun is still in the game, which I don't understand why, because most people are not going to use that thing because they've ruined the thing very, very bad. That thing is so bad. Like I wouldn't pick that thing up. It's good to use maybe like if as a starting weapon, but afterwards in the middle of the game, I would drop it and get something else like this guy. And yeah, that's basically like most of the things they've added new this season.